Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to this another reading, second reading of the week. I'm so happy that I'm getting to do this second time in the week, and that's because today I finally had a restful moment in this wintry, foggy month that I felt at such peace, and all the messages and downloads just started pouring through, just started to come through. And I had this nudge from Spirit that I need to communicate this. So here we are. I have the cards, and we're going to do a deck that I haven't done in a long time. And it's called Millennial Tarot, which is a very fun deck. So I'm just going to shuffle, and because the cards are like really big, like it's really hard to like shuffle them. So I'm going to put them all here and pull them out after laying it. Shame you can't see it. It's because I need to get a new desk and put that here. Right, let's start. Nine of Vibes, which is Nine of Swords. Sorry, Nine of Wands, not swords. Nine of Wands, on edge, the tipping point. Someone's at a tipping point. The feeling that I get about this card is someone's almost feeling like they're not exactly sure, or they haven't contemplated a situation enough. I don't mean analyze it, but I mean deep contemplation. And just like how the downloads for today just poured into me, those kind of downloads will come to you as well, only if you give yourself time to just simply rest and slow down for a bit. There is something wanting to pour in through you because you're currently on a tipping point. You're on edge about something. You are not, you're trying to work too much to get away from thinking about this certain situation. You're trying to distract yourself by, I don't know, maybe it's like a romantic situation. So you're trying to distract yourself by going on dating apps. Not necessarily to look for a person, but because you're like, I don't want to think about this, let's jump onto this new thing and see what else is out there. It's kind of like that kind of energy. Or yeah, you kind of like are so on edge about this one specific person, specific situation, that you're wanting to distract yourself as much as you want. But when you try and distract yourself, something just pops up. You know, you can't even, almost like, I'll give you an example. For me, there is something coming up after the Cancer full moon. I'm a Cancer rising, so I knew this was going to affect me. So something has been affecting me lately quite a bit, and this situation kept coming up into my mind, and I was like, you know what? I'm just going to go and like do workouts and do my work. That workout and kind of pouring myself into my work has been previous strategy for me, and I can't necessarily do that because I have certain injuries which happen, and if I push myself too hard, my body responds in a very harsh way, and it says, no, you need to sit with this thing. So for me, that message becomes very clear because my body is saying, no, we have given you this injury in a way because you need to slow down and work out the things that are actually blocking you from really truly moving forward. And that is also now showing up in your emotions. Perhaps your body is feeling it more so than you specifically know what it's about. You're irritated, you're irritable, sorry, not irritated, like you're irritable easily, like you're kind of not at your best at the moment. And let's get more cards to see what is going on here. Who is causing the situation, or what? Oh, yeah, Two of Feels, Two of Cups. It's some sort of a relationship. So this is a relationship reading. There is some sort of a person who's causing this. Engagement photos, make a choice. Two of Feels. Okay, this sounds like there's someone that perhaps you are hung up on. Someone you have been thinking about a lot. Yeah, that's putting you on tipping point because you're feeling like either they've either moved on or they live in another country. So, you know, there's some sort of an obstacle. there's some sort of an obstacle coming up, either from their side, or even if it's usually from us too, because you know we're picking someone who is emotionally or physically unavailable. The question here to contemplate is not why won't this person choose you and come to you, is why are you attracted to someone and a story that you may have defined in your mind with this person who clearly can't see the same story as you do. That's the question to contemplate. And for some of you, this may be a time to really kind of let go of the person. You don't have to let go of the story, because someone else in the future will fill in that gap, and someone else will come into that reality and you will be attracted to them. You know that story with you will be fulfilled, so you don't need to worry about that. But what you do want to let go of is this person, because if in this moment, in a heartbeat, would you choose them? And I can guarantee you that if you're thinking about them, you would choose them in a heartbeat. You would do anything for them in a way. You know, you're at that point because you're having the story running in your mind for such a long time that what would change that is this person saying, all right, let's go, let's do this. But they can't do that because they're in another country, they are in another relationship, they are emotionally, physically unavailable. So, since that is the case, right now, you know, what can we do? How can we process this? The same way we process a breakup situation. And I know this is so hard. This is hard. It's not an easy situation to be in, because you had the story. Maybe this is a person you've had previous past relationship with, the dates, or you even were in a relationship with them, and they may come onto your mind. And if that is happening, it's often that there is some residual energy from that past situation that is coming up, because if they were meant to be in your life, they would be. They truly would be. Or the other reason why they may not be coming is that maybe you're not as ready as you think. Maybe you're not ready for a true partnership as much as you'd like to think. Maybe you think that you're ready for a long-term relationship, partnership, or whatever it is, but maybe you're not quite there yet. Maybe you're not quite there yet. Sorry, I just had to change the music. It was turning weird. Maybe you're not quite there yet. It's maybe that sort of thing coming up. But for majority of you, it is letting go of the person, not the story. Because if you have a story in mind, you think like you want a beautiful, romantic love to come into your life, then someone will fit that picture. Once you're ready, you declare to the universe, I'm ready. I'm ready to take the step. You know, I've done everything that I wanted to, the level of healing, the level of like experiences that I wanted to have as a single person. I've done those. If you truly feel like you have done those, then yes, you can call it in. It can happen right now. But if you are ready and you're like, you know what, I want to call it in right now, but the reason why you're holding yourself back is because this person is the person that you have in mind is not actually available, then it may be letting go of this person. Maybe they are not who you thought they were. Yeah, maybe they're just not who you thought they were. And let's get more information on that. The Lovers, wow. 2 of Cups and the Lovers, the 2 love cards that we have in this. Yeah. Gaining partners along the way. The Tinderists, okay. So I did mention before, right, that maybe some of you are on dating apps. Yeah, that's interesting, because yeah, that came up in my mind, and then now we have this. The Lovers. The Lovers is a card of choice. Gaining partners along the way. Maybe for some of you, once you have processed this kind of letting go of this person, it's a great chance to move forward towards the right people, and that may be through dating apps. Gaining partners along the way is what it says on this card. Yeah, so what you want and right now is going to happen. It is going to happen. You have to allow yourself, actually. The reason why you might be holding yourself back is because you're hung up on the past person. They're the ones actually who is blocking you. They might be blocking you from stepping into a partnership and committing to someone else. Yeah, thinking, not they specifically are stopping you, but you thinking about them and hoping that they would come back is stopping you. Yeah, so someone is really hung up on a past person, situation, relationship, or something that almost happened but didn't quite happen, which is usually one of the most painful things ever, because your hope is raised and the things are going good, and then suddenly when this I didn't say that right. You know what I mean. Oh my god, I just lost my words. You know what I mean, like when things just flip around out of nowhere, you're kind of lost for thought, but it may be because that person was never really there to begin with. They were never really looking for that thing at the time. That's one of the harsh things in life, but we are moving forward, and we do get 9 of Cups, which is, wow, this is a full-on relationship reading. I mean, here I see 2 people again. It's 9 of Cups, blessed. Again, the tipping point. 9 is the tipping point. It's like getting closer. You're getting closer to your 10 of Cups, which is the ultimate happiness, the ultimate family, home, financial abundance in your emotions and people around you, friendships, children, that kind of thing. That is so available to you. Actually, if you wanted to call in right now, you could, but you're the one who's blocking yourself because you're hung up on this person, and I get it. So do take your time to really let go of this person. If they're not coming back, if they are actually unavailable, they've actually either picked someone else, or they are simply just not even like, even if they're not in the right headspace or anything like that, if you have communicated to them that your feelings or things that you have wanted to say, and you're hoping for an answer back or some sort of an action to be taken place, it may just not happen. It may just not happen. And 9 of Cups is saying here, I know it says #blessed, but you're actually #blessed, because the blessings that are going to pour into your life once you let go of this person are going to be immense, because that's usually a block. If other things in your life, whether that's in finances, career, other areas of your life, if things aren't progressing, it's usually because you're holding on to someone or something. You're holding on to something, and maybe that was a story for a time that kind of helped you get through previous situations, but it's not a story at this time. Things have changed, things are different, and you get a new story, and there's beauty in that. There's a beauty in new story, because at one point in time with this person or with this previous situation, that was also a new story at the time. You couldn't have predicted that when it happened. And since you couldn't have predicted that, at that time you would have felt probably exactly how you're feeling right now. Exactly how you're feeling right now, which is pain of letting go of something from before, but now moving into the new, but you just don't know what the new is, that's all. But if you've done a lot of healing, and if you are watching this channel is about spiritual healing and messages that are pure for you, then and if you're attracted to sort of like my kind of readings, then it's very likely that you're meant to move on, unless this person is going to be committing to their healing, their path of picking their higher self in each moment in time. It's unlikely that they're going to just realize and wake up and feel like, you know what, I need to heal. And even if they started healing, and even if they put in 12 hours a day to match to the level of healing perhaps that you have gone through, it would still not be enough, because you've done a lot more. by the sheer fact that you have gone through a lot of adversity in life, just circumstances and life experiences that you've been through, which have just shaped you as you are and have just given you automatically a deeper level of healing, or you have consciously decided to had decided to talk to healers, coaches, watch YouTube channels, on basically weekly basis, where your personal development and your expansion of your consciousness and your spiritual growth takes precedence over everything else. And if that is the case, there is no way that they're going to catch up to that unless they are doing the same. But you don't know if they're doing the same, are they? You don't know, right? Either way, they are not connecting into this situation. And I feel very harsh bringing this message, but perhaps someone needs to hear this, because it's actually the very thing that is also blocking your financial abundance, your career progress, because your energy is going towards this person who's in the past and they don't exist in the future right now. Yeah, so do bear that in mind, that once you let go of this person and allow the new things to come in, maybe even a new person who's literally going to worship the ground that you walk on, who's literally going to be like, this is the exact person that I'm looking for. You are the exact person I'm looking for. You are the exact, what's the word? Yeah, the exact person I'm looking for. Even just like you feel like you are home. You finally feel like you are home. You feel like you can be your complete, authentic self, and it just works. It just works. You're often going to feel like you are with this person in a room, and it feels like you're kind of like at peace, almost like you are with another self, and it doesn't feel like you have to hide parts of you. It feels like you can finally just be present yourself, and without having to worry and think about, oh, what do I need to do? And if that's a fear that comes up in your mind about, based on previous relationships, that, if I'm with a new person, and what if, we don't gel, or like sometimes, what if I want my alone time more and, they don't agree with that? That's not going to happen, because you're going to attract the person who is also authentic to the same level of your authenticity. And it's very likely that they're going to be, I don't want to say similar to you, but their nervous system is regulated enough to notice that yours is as well. Basically, they bring peace. You bring peace too. And you are vibrating at the same frequency, and you are two people with kind of like similar souls, but in two different bodies. That's what I get here. So you don't need to worry about matching up with someone who's so completely different that you feel like agitated with them, and then, living together with them, or maybe marriage or something like that, if that's what you're wanting. That how is that going to work? How is all of that going to fit together when I'm speaking of your thoughts, like maybe I have been with myself for so long, and it's going to be hard to let a new person in. Maybe that's the fear that is blocking you and is actually keeping hold of this person from the past, because you feel that the new person may not be bringing you the level of comfortability and this level of comfort and peace that you once thought the other person may have brought. And maybe they didn't, it just felt like they did, because you didn't really get to explore it. So you didn't actually get to test it out. You don't know what their day-to-day habits are. You don't know, maybe you don't even know. You had limited amount of data from which you have extrapolated the data points and created a line of best fit, is my mathematical analogy to it. That you've created this vision that fits around very limited amount of data. You haven't seen them day to day. What are they like? What they do day to day? How are they like with friends? How are they like with when you talk to certain friendship groups? What are they like in that group? What are they like at home? You know, in those little instances, you don't know what that's like. And what it should be like is that it feels actually like you can just be yourself. You can do whatever you want. You're not actually like agitated or like worried about like making someone feel like they are okay and this and that, you know. Maybe initially, but you're not generally gonna be like that. Otherwise it's gonna be really hard to spend life with someone like that, right? If you're always agitated, always like on the edge of your seat, or making sure if someone's okay, and making sure that someone, especially empaths out there, if you're like that, just, yeah, that's something to bear in mind. But that's what I have from this sort of relationship situation that is coming up. In order to let everything else in, you have to let go of this person. Not the story, but this person. Your story, the love story that you want, is going to happen. I do believe in it. I believe that it exists. The thing that you're wanting to call into your life exists fully. But you're going to have to let go of this person because they are not who you think they are. Beautiful. 10 of Cups. Literally what I was saying, 9 of Cups, and then the next card, 10 of Cups. And I picked them up from complete different positions. So the deck was actually very well mixed. So beautiful. Beautiful reading. In fact, now that I look at the cards, it tells a beautiful story, which is 9 of Wands. You're kind of like almost in this bit of a slight despair moment, on edge, tipping point. And then comes this new person, this new romance, this new love in your life. And it is love, like the love that perhaps you have always been seeking for. Love that feels like home. The one that feels like you can truly be yourself and you're accepted for who you are in all ways. 9 of Cups. You're so blessed in this partnership, in this relationship together. It's beautiful. It's beautiful, and it's so calm and peace and maybe if you're looking for this, then the possibility to have a family, to have a partner and build this life and empire together with this person all exist for you in this moment, if you choose to do so. If you choose this new life, it's available to you. This whole new story is available to you if you choose to do so. You could, of course, keep holding on to that past person if you choose to do so, if that's your belief system. But if you let go, there is this whole storyline waiting to enter your life. Whole storyline, a beautiful storyline, the happiest of storylines, happier than the one before. So I'm not going to tell anyone what to do, but it's a choice that is available to you based on what the messages are coming today. All right, let's get last few cards. I've already gone over time. I'm going to pick from this deck. Let's get some oracle messages. Trust, hardship, and health. Wow. When love is invited to take over, right actions arise at the right time. Allow me, dear divine, to wait patiently until the timing is right. Let me rest in the unknown until a clear path is shown. Yeah. So allow yourself this time to really let go of this past situation, past whatever doesn't feel right, and you don't have the answers right now. You're just going to have to trust. You're just going to have to trust that things are being moved for your highest good. Hardship, and it's hard. It is hard because you're really kind of, because you're anxious, because you are in the unknown, and unknown is always tricky to navigate. And if you want to know more about how to navigate the unknown, check out my Instagram page, and that I've got a entire video on live, basically Instagram live on it, and how to navigate it, how to make peace with that time, and how to lower your anxiety in those moments. And those should help you. Hardship. May I embrace what's happening right now, as baffling or as painful as it is. Help me, God, to trust where you are guiding me. I am yours. Yeah. And then the last one that we got was health. Allow me, Divine, to be tender and accepting of my body, no matter what ailments I may have. May I always know it's doing the best that it can. Help me be a loving ally and friend to this sacred form. So anyone going through any ailments in their body, anything that is happening, that is discomfort, any issue in your body that's coming up, it's often alerting something in your body, and maybe that's been quite something that is more so noticeable because you're also in kind of the unknown. It's hard to be in the unknown and also have health issues, and you're kind of like, what is happening? And maybe in that time there's a reason why your health issue is being highlighted to you, and where it is, it depends on where it is. For example, if it's in your knee pain or something like that, that knee pain is often associated, the spiritual meaning of it is often associated with flexibility. A great book that I would recommend is Heal Your Body by Louise Hay, and that has all these different ailments listed in the book and what exactly they mean, the spiritual meaning of them. What is it indicating to you? It's not to say you don't go and like not get your medicine or whatever it is. It's just to say that there's a deeper meaning behind it, and it's good for you to listen to it and actually acknowledge what your body is trying to tell you. Your body is far, far more, far more smarter and ahead than your mind can be. Your body knows a lot more than your mind does. So, and it's always guiding you in a certain way, and your health, whatever ailment or anything that is coming up, accept it and make sure you address it. What is it trying to tell you? What is your pain trying to tell you? Check out the area of your body that is hurting in the book by Louise Hay, and you'll get your answers there. Yeah. I feel complete, but I loved this reading. I love that there is something much more beautiful than your past that is about to enter your life, if you choose it. If you choose to go for it and let go of the past, this new situation is beyond your wildest dreams, and perhaps even everything that you have always wanted. And it's available to you. It always was available to you. But right now it is really, truly available to you. It's your choice. It's your choice if you choose it. That's all I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed this midweek reading, and I'll see you in the next one.